welcome back to the Tatbels YouTube channel. Today we are at Stephen James BMW in Ruxley, and today I've got the new 8 Series and Robert Smirke over here from BMW.
Hi Tatbels.
Hello, thank you.
Look after the car.
So let's see what we think, what I think of this car. Again, right, we have left Stephen James BMW and we are now in Surrey with the 840D. So this is, I've had a little bit of time with the car now, really enjoying it. It's really come a long way from all the other BMWs that I've driven, but we'll go over that in a bit. The tech is just out of this world. But anyway, this example is finished in Dravet Grey, I believe it's called, Dravet Grey Metallic, which is really nice. And I'm going to try and show you in the sunshine a little bit later, because it's kind of got this gold and orange fleck coming out of the grey paint, which is actually, I really like it. I like paint, which is weird. But anyway, I've got Tim here, who's going to stand probably far away from me because he's really worried about his new shoes.
Look, there's mud everywhere.
Yeah, it's mud. Wet wipes. Anyway. So I'm going to take the yeah, I'll take this. I'm not. Tim is just scared. He doesn't want to move from. Okay, well, look at him. He's a little bit frightened to be walking around. I've never seen him walk like this before. It's quite entertaining. Anyway, so we're going to start with the car. So this car has got. This is, well, I think all the 840s have got the. I don't think it's an extra. The 20-inch V-spoke wheels, which I really like. These are kind of a two-tone finish, so they've got the black inside and silver around the outside, which is really nice. We'll show you those, which is also quite interesting. When I was looking online and having a little read, sorry, here's the car. When I was having a little read online, apparently the 850i and the 640D, they both got the same front and rear, front splitter, rear spoiler and side skirts, which is quite interesting. So apparently it's going to be really difficult to tell the two cars apart, which I quite like in a way, because it's like you can kind of buy one for around 75-80 grand like this one, and it looks the same as the 850. Maybe that's just me, because I can't afford either. Now another thing was the tailpipe. They're not changing that, so it keeps beeping every time I get really close to it. It just keeps beeping, and there we go again. So yeah, you can see here the tailpipe exits. These are all going to be the same as well. It actually, I know it's all sort of synthesized sound. I think that's the right word. It does actually all sound. It does sound quite good. Which for a diesel, I mean, what is it? I think it's a 3-litre diesel, 316 brake, which is yeah, it's good. It's nippy. It's very nippy. It's torquey, in the way that the power puts down. It's very smooth. But we'll do that when we'll have a little bit more of a look at that when we're in the vehicle. Yeah. Now where is he? Where?
I'm hiding. There's a non-muddy bit here.
Fantastic. I wonder if you can kind of see now the paint. I'm gonna try and, I don't think is that gonna show up? Maybe. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Sick. It's really pretty.
That's so cool. Yeah. I never saw that yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, it's because it's kind of got like golds and blues and greens on this grey, which I really like. I guess. Mega. Yeah, I mean, I've always quite liked flat colours, but the metallics are really calling out to me now. What do you think? Yeah.
I like a nice gloss metallic paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gold fleck.
So I'm just gonna pan to a couple shots of the bits I've just spoken about, and then we're gonna get in the car and answer some of your questions, because there's been quite a few questions come through on this car. Ooh.
Exciting times.
I know, and we'll get Tim's opinion as well on the car, because he's been driving it a bit too. I'll just quickly mention that Tim just went all the way down here on a man called Thomas. His bike, he took it from him and went down there. And you can see it, boom. Oh my god. That didn't look that hard. You made it. Alright, I've got, oh, nearly got air. No, I've got Tim Foster, ladies and gentlemen, in the car. You've already seen him already, I don't know what.
Yeah, you've seen me loads of times.
Yeah, I don't. Shut up. Okay, now I'm gonna answer some questions for you guys, and yeah, because we've had quite a few questions.
Defender!
So we're in this lovely 840D, and
cool.
yeah, and I've had quite a few questions that have come in. So I asked you guys what you thought. So we're gonna read some out. We can name them if you want.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, you're gonna get shouted out.
Shout out
For the question. More in future.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're both liking this car. I've had a chance to drive it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mega.
It's
really like it.
I mean, from all the other BMWs that I've driven, which isn't that many, I've driven the majority of the M cars, but this is the, well, it's just so lightweight. The steering is just so nice, and like you were saying earlier, the turning circles are really good, and this is all very, you know, minimal sort of things to talk about with this car, but it's all, I mean, as a daily driver vehicle, it's very, very capable, and a very good, you know, if you're looking for this kind of thing, around 75 grand to 80 grand for the 840D, I would say get one if you're used to having BMWs as your daily driver. If you can, this is a game-changing experience.
Yeah, but like where you may have thought, oh, I really like my Mercedes or I really like my Audi before because of the interior technology, I think that's where this car really steps up its game, because when you're driving the car, you've got a virtual cockpit in front of you through the wheel. You've got a head-up display on the road, which gives you way more information than any head-up display I've seen before. And then you've got a beautiful big wide screen for your satellite navigation or your radio or anything else just to your left. There's just screens everywhere, but then with the screens, they're not overcomplicated, so they give you information that you need to know that's useful. They don't just clutter everything up. It's actually all really nice, and it all works with the 3 different screens.
It's very user friendly. And going back to the head-up display, it's a small thing for me, but to be able to change the track on the head-up display, that's big for me, because that was one thing that I hated about the C63 is I couldn't change track unless it was like down here somewhere. I can't even remember. It's been so long since I've driven one. Anyway, right, so yes, back to the questions. So we will answer some of these questions. I've got Tim's going to read them out.
Quizmaster Foster.
and we will, yeah, I will try to answer them as best as I can. Okay.
So, FamCG 500 says, how big is it?
I mean, it's quite large. I mean, it's not that big. I wouldn't say it's any bigger than like the Bentley Continental GT that I drove. It's the same sort of length. It's not massive, and it's got rear seats.
And as we were talking about with the light steering and the good turning circle, you don't actually find it's that big because I drove it through central London last night, and yes, it's a big car, but you find it's quite nippy.
Yeah, it is. It's very nippy.
Okay, so Zaid 9833 says brake horsepower.
316 brake horsepower. It's quite interesting on this head-up display. You can actually see you've got the foot-pounds of torque gauge as well as the horsepower. So it goes just up past 400 foot-pounds of torque and just over 300. Yeah, about I think 480, 490 foot-pounds of torque.
It's no slouch.
No slouch, definitely not.
And it's the this is the X-Drive model, so it's got four-wheel drive.
I
So
think
yeah.
they all are. I think they all are.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, really cool. Lord_Admiral_ Scallywag says, do you think it's better than the S-Class Coupe?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. I've only ever been in one, Martin's, that he had on loan briefly, and that was a new S-Class. That was very nice, but I'm preferring this. I'm gonna be honest.
It's more techy in here.
It's more techy, and it's the way it feels. It's not so slouchy like the S-Class. It feels quite like it's like it's BMW. It's a driver's driving.
It feels like you should be driving it, whereas I always feel an S-Class doesn't feel like you should be driving it.
No, you should be driven in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas this feels
like you want to drive.
You want to drive it. Yeah. Yeah.
We both agree on that.
For once.
Okay, so Nat_Page says, how does it sound?
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned briefly earlier, it actually, while I heard you go past me on the motorway, oh, there's the lane assist again. I know, it sounds really good. I know it's all, I don't know if this is the right word, synthesized?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it is synthesized, but when you went past, I could hear it myself, so it's not all just, you know, gizmos.
And when you put it in sport mode, it opens up the valves a little bit, doesn't it? So
Yes,
so it sounds a bit better, which is cool. Ah, okay. So Ross_Shown says, what colour paint is that? It looks awesome. Fire emoji.
Fire emoji.
Fire emoji.
Ooh. It's, what is it? Dravit grey. Dravit grey.
Yeah.
Metallic. Which you probably saw earlier, where we could show you all the, ooh, big pothole. Which you could, yeah, you can see all the different metallic flecks that you've got. You've got pink, gold, turquoise. They all come out in the sunshine. It's really, really pretty. Didn't realise yesterday when we picked it up because it was so grey.
Yeah. Dewey Griff? I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your Instagram name. It says, I'd like to know what the MPG realistically gets. The claimed one on the spec sheet seems far-fetched.
Okay, I'm not sure how to check that actually, but I mean, we've done quite a lot of mileage in it, and we've only just gone over a quarter of the tank.
I'd say we've driven it for what, 3 hours? 4 hours?
Yeah,
at
definitely,
least.
definitely.
At least 4 or 5 hours of driving.
Yeah.
And we've only just used just over a quarter of a tank.
How do I find that? Well,
so I don't know, like, we don't know what the exact MPG is, but just from driving other cars and knowing how quickly they go down,
this is very economical.
Very economical.
Really, I was surprised. I thought after you having it last night, I'd get back and it'd be empty. But it was like, wow, there's still loads.
Yeah, it was good.
It's really good. Really, yeah, pleasantly surprised by this. I wasn't sure what to expect. I'm really enjoying the car. Everything about it. I mean, I've always liked BMW in that they are, you know, a driver's car, but I've always felt it was missing something inside, and this is finally ticking all the boxes for me on the BMW front, which is yeah, I'm very impressed.
That's the end of the questions. Thank you very much, guys, for your questions. We will be doing this on probably every single car that we review, and there are more BMWs coming, and an exciting one that we're getting very soon. So we will have your questions in for that as well, so stay tuned and we'll continue shouting everybody out. But yeah.
Woo! Alright, you guys have now seen quite a bit of the 8 Series. I hope you enjoyed the video with Tim and I. Hello, say hello. Well, goodbye.
Hello.
Thank you guys for sending in the questions. I really appreciate it. Let me know in the comments if you've got any more. Make sure that you guys follow, I'll put below, Stephen James BMW.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you so much for lending us the
Massive
car.
thank you to Robert Smirke for lending us the car. Plenty more where this came from.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, make sure that you guys like, you subscribe, and we'll see you all very soon. Bye.